Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Shane and this is Dawn of Comics, where I talk about comics. And today's comic is Young Justice, A League of Their Own. This is the trade. The storyline is A League of Their Own. I'll show you the individual covers in a second. First, a little bit about Young Justice. It started in 1999, I believe, this run. And you'll notice the lineup is a lot different from the TV show, the animated TV show, and even from the new Young Justice that's out at the moment. I mean, we have the main four, including Wonder Girl, but the rest are either missing or not in it. I mean, Arrowette did pop up in a newest issue just recently, but Secret's not in it, and some of the other Young Justice members don't show up in the new ones, so we'll get to that. Young Justice by Peter David is the definitive Young Justice run, in my opinion. He made all these characters so amazing that I followed them over into Teen Titans and into Titans, and wherever they went, I followed Cassie, Impulse, Tim, and Connor. I should have called him Bart. I don't know why I called him Impulse when I was using first names. So I followed all these characters when they grew up and became the Teen Titans and so on. I followed them. So this run, absolutely amazing. The first issues introduces the characters so well. The initial three, Robin, Impulse and Superboy, met in a few issues before Young Justice started. There was Detention Comics, and there were a couple of other one-shots where they met up and became friends, so their relationship was founded before Young Justice. It's everyone else that gets attention in this, where they meet the team. Let me show you the covers first, because they're not until the back of this book. This is a library version that I bought. This is a cheap reading version. It was a couple of pounds on eBay. I bought this. I do have this trade in with my collection, but when I want to read it, I'll read this version because it's my reading copy. So here are the covers. Issue 1, this is awesome. They've used this cover 3 times in the run, where they add new members or they change the members on the cover, which is pretty awesome. And this is signed by Peter David. I went to a convention and had him sign some Young Justice and some Supergirl comics. If you saw my previous review for Supergirl Many Happy Returns, you'll know that was signed by Peter David as well. And he wrote that, and he's just a fantastic writer. Even though he's a mature man, he knows how to write teen characters really, really well. So this is awesome. So there's the first cover, and I absolutely love the cover. Just introducing everyone, and yeah, that's a great first cover for Young Justice. So issue 2, they're on the Super Cycle. The Super Cycle's in the cartoon. If you watch the animated series, you'll know this. It's not the round sphere that you see. It's not all silver. It's a lot more animated and fancy in the cartoon, in the comics. So issue 3, Mxyzptlk shows up on Halloween and messes with the boys, as he does. So that's a really fun issue. Then we've got the introduction of Wonder Girl and Arrowette. This is a completely different character to the Arrowette to Artemis in the cartoon. This is Sissy. Her surname I can't remember, that's terrible. She is not in the animated series. They replaced her with Artemis because they wanted a different archer, I guess. And then we have the Secret Files, which is another story that it doesn't continue on. It's sort of a separate story. It has some bits and the members all doing different things, but this is the reading order. We then have Young Justice number 5. Harm's Way. This is Harm here. He takes on the entire Young Justice team and stands his ground, which is pretty awesome. Still got Wonder Girl, Impulse and Secret there, holding their own. Secret did appear in 1 episode of the animated series. I know that. I know they did 1 episode with her. It was a shame that they didn't keep her for the entire run like they do in Young Justice in the comic books. Then got issue 6, which is the cover they used for the trade. They just took the Justice League out of the back, you can see. So you've got the entire Justice League there to come and scold the kids because they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. And then in this issue this is Wonder Girl's mum, and this is Arrowette's mum. And they're not happy that the girls are joining their boys. We'll get to that in the story when we talk about it. But yeah, those are the individual covers, which are awesome. The entire run, if you just Google and look through the entire run of the covers, you'll see some truly gorgeous covers, some great artwork. You see the kids grow, you see their costumes change. It's really fantastic. So back to A League of Their Own. So the story starts with the individual teens. It's Superboy, Robin and Impulse. The artwork inside is gorgeous as well. It's very 90s, late 90s, early noughties. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at those panels. They're just beautiful. Superboy's got Supergirl's there, Flame Wings there. Linda Danvers' Supergirl, who was an Earthborn Angel, if you'd watched my previous video. So it starts with the kids. They're together. They're having a camping trip. And during the camping trip, they're camping out in an old Justice League headquarters. It's in a cave. It's the one from the cartoon, I'm pretty sure. So they're just there, just chilling. It's their day off, so they're just having fun. They're really good friends, and it shows throughout the whole book. It's fantastic. So then you get an archaeologist who finds something. This is the supercycle. So she's digging and she finds that. But along with that, she finds a magical artifact that turns her into the Mighty Endowed. And this character is hilarious and doesn't pop up enough. I think she's in the Secret Files, but as a one little page note. But she becomes this amazing looking feline, and she's called the Mighty Endowed because her breasts are so large that she cannot stand up. And the boys just make fun of her for it, and it's fantastic. And Star Labs come and they take her away, and the boys get their supercycle. And that's pretty much the issue. It's just character, a small little battle. It's not even a battle. She falls over because her boobs are too big. And they get their supercycle. And there's the one page from this is a Secret Files. If it's got the red border around it, it lets you know it's a Secret Files. So you just see her trying to escape. And that's the next issue, which that's taken from the Secret Files. They've just popped it in there. The next issue we have is the supercycle. And it's just travelling. They're just riding it, travelling around the world, just saving people. They're just seeing what it can and can't do. It might seem like I'm rushing through it because the first parts, like I say, it's just character growth. So you can't really explain the character growth without reading it. You have to read how close these friends are and what they mean to each other. So issue 2 is about the supercycle, as we've shown. And the supercycle is actually from Apocalypse. It's Apocalypse in tech. So this guy shows up. I know this guy. That's really bad. I should know him, but he shows up because it's not Darkseid's son. No. He shows up to fight the teens. Gets his butt whooped because, as you do, you show up. Anyone in a superhero suit can take you out pretty much. So once he's out, boys go back to playing with their supercycle, and the supercycle's now theirs. The Apocalyptians don't bother coming to get it anymore. They're done. If it chose you, it chose you. We then go to the next one, which is Halloween. So the first 3 issues are really fun, super light. You know, nothing too serious. Really good reads. Especially when Mxyzptlk shows up and just toys with them, and they have to trick him into saying his name, as you do. Look. It's not exactly Linda because it's a costume party, but there she is in a white t-shirt. So it's Halloween. The boys have to deal with Mxyzptlk. Nothing major again, like I say, it's super fun. But then issue 4 starts, and issue 4 gets serious. The first page of issue 4, Arrowette shows up and she's got an arrow through her shoulder. Now, you know this is not going to be as light-hearted as Mxyzptlk. So she's being attacked by Harm. His name is Harm, and he is incredibly dangerous. He can take on any of the Young Justice, and he's got a really dark history that we find out a lot later in the book. Sorry, not this book. We find out a lot later in the run. We find his connection to a member of Young Justice. I will spoil it when I get to the end of the book. If you don't want to be spoiled, if you do want to go read the rest of the run, then you might want to stop watching when I finish talking about this one, because I am going to spoil Harm's connection to one of the members of Young Justice. So he shows up, and Arrowette goes to the Young Justice team, and she needs help. And while this is happening, we also get the introduction of Wonder Girl, Cassandra Sandsmark. I know she looks a lot different. This is what she looked like when she started. She just wore a Wonder Woman t-shirt, leather jacket, dark red shorts, goggles, and a dark black wig. The reason for the wig is she has really short blonde hair, and it's to hide her identity. And when it started, her first appearance, she used the gauntlets of Atlas for her strength, and she used the sandals of Hermes for his speed, and those were the only way she had her abilities until she was gifted powers by Zeus himself, because he saw potential in her. You later find out in the books that it's because she is Zeus's daughter. Back before New 52 made Wonder Woman Zeus's daughter, Cassie was Zeus's daughter. So she shows up, and so does Secret. Secret has no memory. She has no idea why she's in this form. She has no idea who she was before. She has no idea what happened to her. And like I say, I'm going to spoil this at the end of the book. I'm going to spoil this as well. I'm going to spoil Secret, and I'm going to spoil Harm. So after this book, you might stop listening. Okay, you've been warned. So they show up, and this is how the girls get to join Young Justice. They show up. Arrowette is in desperate need of help. She tells them all about Harm, and the next issue is the battle with Harm. So Harm takes on the entire Young Justice. I mean, look how badass he looks. Look at that. He is awesome, and he can take them all on. Even Cassie and Connor with their super strength. He's just completely comfortable just taking them both out. He's incredibly powerful. So they manage to team up, as you do, to stop Harm. In the middle here, at the end of that issue, we then get the secret file parts, which I say they're not connected, so you can skip them and just read the individual issues. They've put it in here because it does have some mention to it, but nothing major. So after this, we jump straight back to the Harm storyline. And he's in the Young Justice headquarters, and he's taken out Red Tornado. Red Tornado's there because he was guarding the old Justice League headquarters. So he's there, they take him out, and it's up to Young Justice to take on Harm again. And they all try, and this time they work together as a team. So as a team, they're able to take out Harm. Individually, he took them all out. See, he can even take out Robin. I mean, if he can take out Superboy and Wonder Girl, I would assume he can take out Robin as well. So they work together. And they make him flee. So they fight him. Big explosion. They assume he's done for, but it turns out he's not. And when they return to the headquarters, Justice League are waiting for them because I'm pretty sure they're up past curfew, and they're doing things that maybe the Justice League should be doing. We then cross on over to Harm in his human form, or his civilian clothes, and he's back chatting his dad and being really sassy to his dad, and his dad just straight up shoots him and kills him, or kills him, as we say in comic books. He will be back later in the book, and I'll explain later in the book. We then get the Young Justice talking to Justice League, explaining why they should be allowed to continue being a team and continue being Young Justice, or start being Young Justice. At first, the grown-ups are not okay with it, which is surprising considering they're okay with like Teen Titans and stuff like that, and they were not much older than these guys are now. So they agree under one condition: there must always be an adult supervising them at the Justice League headquarters, or the Young Justice headquarters, which was a Justice League headquarters. And they agree on Red Tornado. So Red Tornado is their nanny. He's always there. He's always got to be there, according to the Justice League, and they're okay with that. So he's there. And then this issue is essentially, that's issue 6. So it's essentially them just all saying, yep, you can stay the team as long as you do what you're told, you're careful, and you've got Red Tornado. And then, we do get a bad guy attack. Despero attacks. Despero is one of Superman's villains, I believe. He's got the third eye with this. He's really powerful. So he attacks, and Young Justice prove themselves by teaming up and taking him out. And the Justice League are super impressed that they're even more okay with them being together, and it's great. So we've got 6 members now. We've got Robin, Impulse, Superboy, Wonder Girl, Secret, and Arrowette. We will get a couple more as the book goes on. The book finishes with quite a few more, but those are the main 6, and they're the ones that stay for the duration. One of them does leave for a while, and then she comes back. That's Arrowette. But yeah, so that's that issue. The main story is the Harm story, which brings them all together. But again, like I say, the whole book is their relationship, just bringing this team together, showing you why they should be a team, just the build up and the friendships and the just, it's fantastic. As soon as we see Wonder Girl meet Superboy, she's got a massive crush on him, and we know that they get it on right before Infinite Crisis. If you read Teen Titans, you see a very, very provocative shadow going on the Kent farm. And Cassie wakes up the next morning and she's wearing Connor's black t-shirt with the red Superman S, which is a very, very nice image. And then the final issue is the girls' mums. They don't want their girls hanging around with the boys because they're camping and staying overnight, and they're teenagers, so they don't think it's appropriate. Wonder Girl's mum is absolutely fine with it. At the beginning she's not okay with it, but then she trusts Cassie, so she's fine. Arrowette's mum is more concerned with Arrowette being in a team and not getting the attention that she deserves. See, her mum was a superhero and thinks that it's all about merchandising, it's all about branding, and you should be the one that gets all the attention. It should be your name first, it should be you front and centre. So she's interested in all the merch, and she just wants Sissy to be the most popular one, and that's why the mums fight. And at the end of the fight, they've decided that the girls are not staying, they're going to take them home. And so what they do is they head out to where the kids are camping, and they're 100% ready to take them out. And then they see how close Cassie and Sissy are. Look, they're just sleeping holding hands. And so the mums are like, do you know what, we might not like each other, but the girls do, so just let them be them, so we'll just leave them. And then that's how the book finishes, and then we get the cover gallery at the end. But this is a fantastic jumping on point for Young Justice. The artwork, look at Red Tornado, just a full body shot of Red Tornado. It's just fantastic. I mean, I know he's a really plain character because he's just red with like an android head, but the definition in the body and the pose is so fantastic, and the artwork throughout the entire run is stunning. This is some of my favourite artwork. You can literally just flip to any page. Look Wonder Girl. The poses, the action scenes, it's all beautiful. Fantastic. So this, Young Justice, A League of Their Own, super cheap to pick up. It's not this is not an expensive copy. This is I think brand new, it was about $10. This is like I say, this is a library version that I got for about £2-3 on eBay. So if you just want a reading copy, you can pick them up relatively cheap. If you want a decent copy, I'm sure it's going to be between £10 and £20, which isn't bad for a trade. But this is the definitive Young Justice. This is the best Young Justice storyline and the best Young Justice characters, and it's written by Peter David, and it's fantastic. And now I just want to spoil a little bit about Secret and Harm. If you're not going to read the rest of the story, then I can tell you that Secret is actually Harm's sister, and Harm murdered her in the bathtub, threw a toaster in the bath while she was in the bath, and he killed her, and she became this spectral. She's made of smoke that she can harden and attack enemies, and she's like this for the entire run until right at the end, when Darkseid attacks and the Secret manages to best him, and as her punishment he makes her human. He thinks it's a punishment, but what it is it's a reward for her. She gets to feel again, she gets to be human again, and she gets to love again, which is absolutely fantastic. And Harm does show up again, so he's not dead. When he shows up again, that's when we learn that he's the one that actually killed Secret, and she was his sister. And so yeah, I mean, the whole book is fantastic. You get a change of leadership. It starts with Robin, and then they have a competition. They have a vote to see who should be the next leader, and Wonder Girl becomes the leader. They have so much. There's so many fun issues as well. There's a really fun one when they're being interviewed, and Impulse, Bart, is running from the camera room to the interview room to see if he can catch himself on camera. So he's running in front of the camera, and then he's running to the screen in the other part of the house to see if he can catch himself. He wants to see if he can run fast enough. And every time he gets there, you can just see him leaving the screen. And so he tries again, and he keeps running faster and faster. It's super fun. So this is Bart Allen. He's from the future. So in the cartoon, this is Wally West, I believe. Yeah, Wally West. And this is Tim Drake. This is Tim Drake, the definitive Robin for me. The best Robin. Not the best after. I mean, he's the best at being Robin, in my opinion. Dick Grayson's probably the best. No, well, Jason Todd's my favourite, who was Robin. So this is Tim Drake, and in the cartoons it's Dick Grayson. For some reason, see, this is what I don't understand. They completely changed the lineup and called it Young Justice. So this is Connor Kent still. They kept the Connor Kent, but they changed his design to his Teen Titans design, because he has always worn the Superman suit with the leather jacket, and then he took the leather jacket off for a while and just had the suit underneath. Again, if you saw my Supergirl review, you saw him without the leather jacket, and that's my favourite design, when he's not wearing the leather jacket. So it's still Connor Kent. He's still a clone of Lex Luthor and Superman, so that's the same. But what they changed his design and his love interest. They made it Mary Marvel rather than Wonder Girl. Again, I don't know why they made these changes. I don't know why Arrowette's not in it. I don't know why it's Artemis, and Secret was just in one episode. Aqualad, Aqualad does pop up in a Young Justice, I believe. He's probably in one issue. Oh no, not Aqualad. No, sorry. Lagoon Boy. Lagoon Boy pops up. We get a little Lobo. He's called Lobro. He's awesome. He shows up in the team, and we get Empress. She's an enchanted warrior. She's a great addition to the team, and then that becomes their main 7. So they get 7 just like the Justice League then, and that's awesome. That's when the story then becomes the main core, those 7. And yeah, it's a great read, and I thoroughly recommend Young Justice. If you read this one, you are going to want to read the rest, guaranteed. So if you can pick up all 54 issues, I know it might sound like a lot, but in trade form it's not a lot, so you can get them in trade. They're probably on Comixology, and they're probably on DC Universe, so if you subscribe to that you can read them online for free on DC Universe. But this is definitely something you should read. It's fantastic, and if you like any of these characters, the combination, the friendships, the romances, it's all there, and it's just fantastic. So give it a go, and I will be back with another video soon, next week, obviously, every week. I'm trying. So yeah, we're on Facebook, Dawn of Comics, and we're on Twitter at Dawn of Comics. Pretty much search Dawn of Comics everywhere and you'll find us. I managed to snap that name up everywhere. So yeah, hopefully see you in another video. I hope you like this video. If you've read any Young Justice, any of this Young Justice, or any of the other Young Justice, the animated Young Justice, or the new version of Young Justice from the Wonder comic line, let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you think, if you like them, if you don't like them. If you don't like them, I still want to know, because at least I know you've read them then. So yeah, alright, I'm going to go, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Yo, it's me again. Just a quick, while I was putting my comics away, I remember I said that issue 1 they kept this design and used it a couple of times, so I just quickly grabbed those to show you. You've got, they redid the cover for issue 18 and added the girls, which is a really nice touch. So if you look, it's exactly the same, the poses, the positions, and then they've added Wonder Girl and Secret, which is awesome. They didn't add Arrowette for some reason, but it's a great homage to issue 1. And then they did it again for issue 21 with a whole new lineup. So you can see you've got Superboy, Impulse and Robin there looking at the comic, and this time it's Batgirl, Flamebird, Captain America Jr., Lagoon Boy and Beast Boy. Flamebird is the cousin of Batwoman, if you're interested. This is Cassandra Cain, Super Batgirl, and this is Freddie Freeman, Captain America Jr. That's why he's called CM3, because he can't say his name, because if he says Captain Marvel, he transfers back into Freddie. And there's Lagoon Boy. He's yeah, that's who I mistook for Aqualad. It's not because they look alike, it's just because they can swim. And then Beast Boy shows up for an appearance, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, so those are the 3 extra covers that all share the cover. So yeah, just a little quick note. Sorry for the interruption. I'm gone again. Bye.